Hi everyone, Jean-Pierre from teamtennis.fr, former tennis coach in France. In this video I'm going to make a review of this racket. This is the Prince 03 Phantom 100X. Let's watch some parts of the training I did with the racket and then we talk about it.
Oula. Pardon.
Okay, we are back to talk about this racket. Before I start, for your tennis equipment, I advise you to go at Tennis Warehouse Europe. I have a partnership with this website and it's very nice from you if you use my affiliate link to buy there. Doing so, you will help me continue the videos I'm doing on YouTube. You can find my affiliate link when you click on the eye here. You can also find the link in the description under the video. And you can also use the address that appears directly on the video. Thank you. Okay, let's start with the weight. 310 grams unstrung. Be careful, it's a bit heavy. At the same time, it's interesting to note that the balance point is located at 31 centimeters, so it makes the racket rather headlight, which is interesting for the maneuverability. And finally, you don't feel that the racket is too heavy. I like the balance of the racket and the maneuverability also. Swing weight 325. Head size of the racket 100 square inch. 645 square centimeters. rather versatile head size. The beam width of the racket rather thin, like on the other racket of the Prince Phantom series, 20.5 mm at the top of the racket, 19.5 at the height of the contact zone, and 16.5 mm at the bottom of the frame. Beam width, which is thin, like on this racket, is going to reduce the power of the racket because it's going to increase also the flexibility of the racket, and at the same time it's going to increase the comfort of the racket. Okay, now a few words concerning the O3 technology you can find on this racket. It is the only Prince Phantom that has this technology, and the O3 technology is specific to Prince tennis rackets. In fact, it corresponds to these large holes you can see here by which pass the strings instead of the classic grommets you will see most of the time on tennis rackets. In fact, this racket also has classic grommets. You can see them here at the bottom of the frame. There are some others here, but mainly on this frame you have these large spaces by which pass the strings, and it's really going to alter the sensations you have when you play with the racket. It's going to allow the strings to move more freely, and it's going to increase the comfort, the power, and also the access to topspin. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about my feelings on the court when I played with the racket. We are going to talk about the power of the racket. I show you on the screen a comparison in terms of power with some other rackets maybe you already know. Okay, this racket is part of the Phantom series from Prince, which includes flexible tennis rackets with a fairly thin profile and a low stiffness. These are control-oriented rackets. I think it's one of the most powerful rackets among the Phantom rackets, but at the same time it provides a good control. So maybe it's one of the most powerful Phantom tennis rackets, but it's not an extremely powerful tennis racket. Pay attention to that. The control is given by the thin profile and the flexibility of the frame, and the power is given by the 100 frame, the opened string pattern, and the O3 technology. I had a very nice feeling on my slice backhand, very good control, very nice sensations on that shot. On my topspin backhand, which is a powerful shot in my game, I had a good mix between power and control, really fine for me. On my forehand it was a bit more difficult. I sometimes lack looseness and finally power on my forehand. I struggled a bit more. Overall it was okay, but sometimes I lacked some easy power on my forehand. I didn't try on the serve because I have a shoulder injury, but I think it would be the same. You need to have a good technique, relaxed swings, and you must be able to produce some power because the racket doesn't give much power. Personally, I would need a racket that gives me more power. To conclude, concerning the power of the racket, I would say among the rackets with a 100 frame, rather versatile and forgiving tennis rackets, this one has a good mix between power and control, but there is a feeling of control which is really present. It's clearly a bit control oriented, so pay attention to that. Okay, now concerning the access to topspin, I found it very easy thanks to the 100 frame. The opened string pattern helps a lot, and the O3 technology also. I found the maneuverability very nice also, despite the weight a bit heavy of 310 grams, but the balance at 31 centimeters really helps to have a nice maneuverability and a thin beam also. So the racket finally is heavy, but it's rather headlight, and I found the maneuverability very nice. Okay, forgiveness and comfort. I felt the forgiveness on off-center shots was really fine, once again thanks to the 100 frame, the open string pattern and the O3 technology. It enlarges the sweet spot, so I really like the comfort of the racket. It is rather flexible, and at the same time I didn't feel the frame bending when I hit the ball. I didn't have muted feelings. I saw it was reported by some testers, but I didn't have that feeling at all. On the contrary, I sometimes felt a bit of string vibrations with the racket, but it didn't bother me. And finally, I really liked the comfort of the racket. Okay guys, to conclude, which players can be interested in this racket? I would recommend this racket to intermediate or advanced players, not to beginners because of the weight of the racket and also because the racket is a bit control oriented. I think the racket can be interesting for players who don't put too much power and who play more with feel and precision, because you will get some power with the racket, but keep in mind that if you want to have some power, you need a good level, loose and relaxed swings because of the control provided by the frame. I think the racket also is going to be interesting for players with an aggressive topspin game because the control is good with this racket and the access to topspin also. Oftentimes, topspin-oriented tennis rackets are rather powerful. And with this one, you have a nice access to topspin, and at the same time, you have a good control. Interesting also for players who want a racket which is a bit heavy, and at the same time, headlight and maneuverable, and also players looking for a comfortable racket. Okay guys, I stop here for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it will help you if you're looking for a new tennis racket. And anyway, feel free to leave a comment below if you have any question. Take care, have fun, and see you very soon in another video. Bye!